This guy is nuts. You know how there's some monsters that people are like, oh, this monster does everything. He does this and that. And this guy actually does, I think he does more than any other unit in the entire game. Oh my god, let's see what he does. He stuns. He does burst damage based on his defense, which also self-heals. He also AoE defense buffs. He also revives himself. He also decreases cooldown. He also AoE provokes. He also revives other people. Did we miss anything? I think we still might have missed stuff. Oh my god. This guy takes a while to like really, if you have him, if you've been lucky enough to summon him, he actually takes quite a while to like fully grasp as much as he does, because there's a lot of different stuff. And like he's not like a very easy to like Theomars. It's like he doesn't die, he does big damage. He also has a defense break. Done. That's Theomars. This guy, there's just so many different things he does. It takes a lot of finesse to learn how to play him right. I summoned him. I was lucky enough to summon him a few weeks ago. I don't have any Devilmons for him, right? I have some decent runes for him. Nothing great, but I have some but I don't have any Devilmons, and I really wanted to show what he's capable of in high level RTA, but I can't really use him myself because, well, like I said, I don't have Devilmons on him. But there is so many people that are using him in high level RTA that is not even, it's not really that hard to find people that are using Taranis, that are using him very effectively. He's probably the most popular, aside from like the Dark One. Not as many people have the Dark One though, because the Dark One is pretty great. The light, I feel like the Light One is pretty great as well, and I also have videos of my alt using the Light One if you want to check it out, as well as like the Fire and the Water. I have videos on those as well. But today we're gonna take a look at, but those are all my gameplays as well. Today we're going to take a look at Taranys. We're going to see some of the best players in the game and how they effectively use him, including even the rank 1 player. Match number 1. What do we have? 2 Love. Oh, I remember 2 Love. You guys remember 2 Love? Why is it only G2? Why is it only G2? There's 3 stars there, buddy. There's 3 stars. So he sees that they're using a big burst damage team. He's going to bring in the Wind Druid against the burst damage. Also, the extra super awesome side effect of that is there's things that do damage based on defense and that Wind Druid defense buffs. So let's see what he's got. Didn't quite kill the Fengyan, but enough damage to kill the Fengyan soon. Leo is down. Leo's down. Forest of Living. Welcome back, Leo. But and a defense buff. But what happens now? Enough damage to kill. She doesn't have her bomb again, does she? No, she doesn't. But I think Leo actually has his ignore defense. There we go. Leo actually has his torrent. Boom, boom. There's 1 down. Also, he self revives as well. So he has some sustain. So if he's the last one standing, he can still heal himself. Remember that. But there's still two big DPS units there. Heavenly Sword. Not enough to get him. Not enough to get him. There we go. And remember, he used his Ventilate on Fran, not on Ciara. So Ciara did not have the Detonate there. But Fermion is all but dead. However, he's got so much going on. But it's basically like people are using him. I feel for the most part people are using him as like an anti-cleave kind of thing. So Wild Blow heals up a little bit. Remember, even if Ciara takes him down, he's still... There we go. Welcome back. And with a defense buff. So, ooh, resistance. Resistance. So Ciara still has to go. He just has to go proc like crazy and bomb 3 different people. So, there you go. The two reasons that they brought him in. 1, it's a combo with the defense-based units. And 2, it is a kind of counter to the single target burst damage kind of cleave thing. Okay, so this one we have Bulldozer first pick. So they are... Why Bulldozer first pick? Well, I mean, I guess you gotta pick something first, right? So they're going for just ignore defense. Bans Taranis. Because that was the biggest threat. Ooh, very nice matchup. Very, very, very nice matchup. Vanessa, Molong, Triana, Vertiheel. Okay, and then the second team has the Ragdoll. Do they ban the Ragdoll? They ban the Ganymede of all things. Okay, well, I mean... Gany Hathor, right? You gotta ban one of those. Oh, so gross, so gross, so gross, so gross. Delayed Promise. 2 don't have immunity. what happens? He still has the combo of the defense break into the Perna nuke. Can Perna still kill? Hathor's got that revive. Hathor's got that revive. It's really nice to use this Wind Druid as a, like, anti, because they had the 3-hit combo, right? They had the Molong, the Vanessa, the Perna as a 3-hit combo. But even if they killed, even if they didn't get that turn, even if they killed the Hathor, he still would have revived. So now he's got the Soul Protection, but the Soul Protection is off. And of course, Fran Violent procs, because that's what Fran does. Because that's what Fran does. But it's a really good, Wind Druid is a really good counter to things. Again, I already mentioned this, but it's a really good counter to things that are doing, like, DPS combos. Like, when it's not control teams, Wind Druid is not very strong necessarily against control teams. It's more strong against 1-2 hit combo DPS teams. So, Molong Bulwark, Odin, Perna, things like that. Lucian. I mean, Lucian too, I guess. Limited usefulness though against Lucian. Limited usefulness. It's more against like the single target 1-2 hit combo teams. So they can still cycle. Oh, this Perna's gonna do so much damage now. They can still cycle though with the Ragdoll and hopefully survive enough turns for the Druid. Well, not if he gets stunned, but survive enough turns for the Druid to get his revive up again. Never mind. Don't underestimate Philippidi. Cool dude though. I said if you guys saw the some of the matches from the SWC 2018, really cool dude. He likes to have fun. He was doing those little not the placements, the matches where it was just for nothing. It was just like to have fun in the meantime while they were setting things up or something like that. And they were having some fun. Cool dude. Cool dude. Okay, you remember this guy? This is the guy I was calling 87. He's got like all the crazy, yet another crazy Asian rich Asian whale, who's got all the coolest, craziest things. Okay, so he bans out the Josephine. Josephine's pretty crazy. Ragdoll's pretty crazy too, though. Ragdoll's pretty crazy. Okay, so now we get no CC for you. They still have the passive heal with the Juno. Juno though, they woke the Juno up. So no healing for you. So a little passive heal now. Get a stun on Artemiel. It's so crazy. I mean, even with Ragdoll, it's so crazy going up against the Yen Hong, Gianna, Thor, Artemiel. Like, oh my god, so gross. Do they make a comeback with this Wind Druid though? Taranis. Ooh, oh, she's not a full. She's a hybrid. She's like a crit damage Yen Hong. Crit damage Yen Hong. Doesn't get all the stuns though. Does not get all the stuns. But boom boom. Back in action with that. It's gonna be hard. Artemiel is of course gonna strip, but can do some damage. He's gonna get that heal though. He's not gonna get the heal because Ragdoll did enough to just kill the Yen Hong straight out. That was like a speed crit damage HP Yen Hong probably. Fairy's Blessing. So the Ragdoll's gonna get the immunity, preventing him from getting stunned, but still take that damage. Wasn't enough damage. Ooh, look at that though. I mean, we see mostly. I feel like the Ragdoll might be doing a little bit of doing a little help carrying. Not gonna lie. But the Taranis came in, and we're seeing Taranis being picked in a team against one of the better players and one of the better G3 players. I mean, better G3, isn't that like a little bit redundant? Better G3, yeah, G3, it's already one of the better players. So, insane count. But I mean, it is, the Ragdoll's helping quite a decent amount. But yeah, there we go. Taranis helped. He gave, it's like Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan, right? He gave the assist. Hold on, does Scottie Pippen revive people? Does he? I'm trying to think back on the Bulls championship seasons. Did Scottie Pippen ever revive anyone from the dead? I'm gonna get back to you on that. What better way to showcase a unit's usefulness than the #1 player in RTA using it? So, I mean, of course, it's going alongside some Light Dark Nat 5s, but they're basically using this. They see the Molong and Perna. That's when they pick the Wind Druid out. And then they ban out the Perna. So there's not as much DPS. They decided to just ban out the Perna at the end. But I feel like they were intending maybe initially to not ban out the Perna. Because the Molong Perna 1-2 combo, the Wind Druid is a nice counter too. Again, I already said this, but you get the idea. You get the idea. And they banned out with the Dark Druid. They banned out the Dark Druid because they wanted to get that Hathor in. They wanted to make sure that they didn't have that pesky immunity to worry about. Hathor gets stunned anyway. Okay, so now he needs some multi-hits. There's the multi-hits. Didn't do enough damage to that Vanessa. Didn't do enough damage with that multi-hit to kill. Ooh, delayed promise. That's big. That's big. Now what do we have? Is he going to go for... He didn't get the attack age decrease or the sleep. He got the sleep now. He got the sleep now. Now he's changed targets to Gianna. Does he get the Gianna? The Artemil is going to steal some cycling. There we go with the triple hit. That's enough to kill. I mean, it would have been enough to kill anyway, because they already procced Triana's passive. Touch of Seduction, another turn. I'm not keeping too much track of the Hathor cooldown. This is something that I always make the mistake of doing in when I'm playing as well, is I don't keep as good track of the cooldowns as I should. So Revive onto Vivachel, now it's back up to 4. So as no matter how much DPS does she proc, even if she did, bomb in your face. Delayed Promise, still not too much they can do. Got a lot of sustain on that side though. Got a lot of sustain, got really, really great runes. Really, really, really good runes. Cycled a little bit more, still needs it. Still needs to, but see, even, there's just so much sustain. There's just so much sustain. The Gianna was kind of, Gianna can go down fairly easily, but Vivachel is very, very, very tanky on how to play. I think how to play Vivachel, I believe, is triple HP. Violence, was it Violent Will? Triple HP. And then speed and substats, but like very, 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 very. Or was it crit damage? I'm trying to remember. You know what? It might have changed anyway, so I was trying to... I didn't know. I think it might have been crit damage. It was crit damage at one point, I'm pretty sure. The Vivachel, which is weird. But she does actually decent damage with her first skill. But yeah, there was just so much sustain on there. So much sustain. And even though the Hathor came in and did her stuns, very nice, very nice. I mean, he initially Taranis to stop the Molong Perna, and then he wound up banning it anyway. Ooh, Virus versus Chicken. It's like a parakeet, it's not even a chicken. Okay, so they're bringing out some DPS, and then they bring out... So they're banning the Perna. I knew that they were going to ban the Perna. You can see by their picks that they're banning the Perna. And they were leaving the water units in there. Okay, and they do still have some multi-hits as well, and then they have a lot of tanky Brizzery stuff, and they have a little bit of a heal, not super crazy heal, trying to do some damage to that skill 2. Well, I mean, of course skill 2, because when else is he going to do, the Water Monkey going to do skill 2? When Fengyan has his revenge up, after everyone's immune, at least do the skill 2 while Molong. Get a little bit of a cycle in there, and do the skill 2 while Molong's got his... not immune. Okay. But, there's just so, like, you just see by the pick... What? Okay, that's enough damage to proc Triana's passive. Enough damage right there to proc Triana's passive. Yeah. You could see, they won at the pick ban phase, though. Everything was so tanky and element advantage that... Yeah, Mr. Chicken won at the, everything's a chicken to me, isn't it? Perna's chicken, a parakeet is I don't even know it's a parakeet. A cockatiel? Cockatoo? I know those are bird names, they're just still funny, I don't know why. Another how to play team. Spotlight. Replay, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, so he's keeping his using of the Wind Druid set. Well, to me, it said he was going to keep the Bulwark Molong in, but I guess, or she. I get people were saying that it's a she, so I'll just go based on the fact that I don't know. So I'll just say they. I will say. How about they? They kept the. They banned out the Bulwark. Some of those Bulwark teams, man, I still find some of those Bulwark teams a little tricky to deal with. So a little fluff damage onto the... Man, Artemiel's so good. A little fluff damage onto the Water Monkey. Alter Ego Tech. And then bing, 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 bing. And then Artemiel is going to come in. He's going to... Oh, and they have Wild Blow. There we go. One is down. And there's just no... Here's one of the things. At a certain point, like sometimes you just win based on sustain. So... Things that are very tanky, that have sustain, but also do other things are really great. If you can sustain, if things go into several rounds in, like 5, 10 rounds in, then it's like, okay, things didn't die yet. Who's got heals? Do you not have heals? Then you're on a ticking clock. So sometimes it helps to just have some sustain of some kind of, even if it's a little heal. That's one of the reasons like Jean was generally considered very good, is because even with that little heal skill 1, it's not a lot, but she had the AoE provoke, so she had the CC, and she had the stun on skill 1, and she also has that just a little heal sometimes is enough to go multiple rounds, right? It's not super crazy, but sometimes you just need something to keep things alive. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed that little taste into the world of Taranis. We kind of scratched the surface of what he's capable of. He's capable of doing some decent damage too. You know what? Let's take a look at some Taranis, some good Taranis runes, so we can see how people are building him. Okay, so here's some runes on one high-level Taranis. Not really too crazy fast. Lots of defense, lots of HP, and crit damage too on Will. Defense, look at that speed sub. Look at the speed sub. Defense, crit damage. Oh, look at that defense sub. HP here, but look at the value on this rune. That is crazy value on that rune. It's got well, not everything, but it's really valuable. Then we have attack, crit rate. This can't have defense, otherwise it would have a crazy defense percentage. But we've got HP. He gemmed the speed in. But they were going for mostly speed, crit rate, and HP, and then the attack is just like a secondary thing. So this one they're looking mostly for speed, HP, defense, and crit rate. The 4 stats on this rune. We have nice speed on there, but this is a very, very solid high level Taranis. Here's another high level Taranis, almost the same exact speed. Defense, I feel like this is defense, crit damage, defense. Defense, crit damage, defense, not as much HP, so it's a little low on the HP side, but as far as defense, really, really, really big defense. This way he's going to be able to do some burst damage with his defense scaling second skill. So here's another one. Now they went more the support route. He doesn't have high crit rate or crit damage. His defense is actually still not as high as the other ones, but he does have, this has got to be speed defense HP or speed HP defense. Because he's not going to be able to do as much damage with the second skill in human form. But they're still a Guardian level player. They just went more, because you can see by the, basically, when they have the wings, and then they also have the lightning bolts that happen across their body, that's the Guardian level wings. The Conqueror level wings don't have the lightning bolts across their body. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah, those are the lightning bolt things. But anyway, still Guardian player. Let's check out the runes. Speed, defense. This might be new. This might be like a newer acquisition for them, actually. And I think maybe they might eventually want to go more along the defense, crit damage, defense route. But this might not be like as even. He's fully skilled up. He is fully skilled up though. But he's still missing some grinds and stuff. Like here's missing a grind. And then he's missing some grinds there, so. Here's another one. A little slow. The defense is great. The HP is great. A little slow, no crit damage though. And then the accuracy, he does have a few debuffs, so you kind of do. The accuracy is not bad to have on him. But let's take a look at the runes. Defense, defense, HP. There we go. I feel like it's a little slow though. And lacking out on crit damage is kind of like, you want that crit damage in there, but I mean, not everyone has the runes to make something that has just such insane stats overall as some of the other ones. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. What did we learn? To recap, what did we learn from where we're seeing Taranis being used? Man, I wish I could use mine. He's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. Bagel, you see that Devilmon package? I know, I see it. I spent too much money already on this game this month. I see it. I'm gonna have to wait till the last day and eventually just buy it anyway. But anyway, where did we learn that we can use Taranis in RTA or in stuff? It's basically against things that are, it's less against AoE DPS. There's better things against those AoE DPS things. But the 1-2, the tanky bruiser 1-2 combos against Bulwark, Molong, Perna, kind of things like that that you see in RTA. Also not bad against, because he's got still element advantage over things like Ajir, against things like Water Monkey King, things like that. But it's basically against those. It's a nice revive thing. You could stick it in with Triana, you could stick it in with Vanessa, stuff like that to prevent the 1-2 combo of them killing something and then being 4-on-3, because he revives himself and he can also revive something else. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.